What's up, everybody? Paul here from the Hoops Crew, and it's a really positive story that I get to discuss today. Obviously, it's a slightly negatively tinged one if you're a Cats fan, especially if you're one looking to retain our elite talent both on field and off it. But a really positive story for an individual and for a football club who needs a little bit of a leg up. If you haven't caught the news, Stephen King, Geelong's former ruckman and current assistant coach, is now set to be the head coach, the senior coach at the Melbourne Football Club beginning in season 2026. And I think this is fantastic news for him. Of course, for his family, income is nice. Obviously, further growth within the ranks. This is an incredible milestone for anyone who aspires to be a coach of any sort to reach this particular title. It's as high as it goes in the coaching ranks. So congratulations to Stephen King for that. We're going to quickly throw across here to the clip where he announces himself to the Melbourne faithful, and then we'll pick through this piece a little bit further. So here we are, courtesy of Twitter, but probably on every other social media platform as well. Stephen King talking to his new charges.
Hi guys, Stephen King here, senior coach of the Melbourne Football Club. Just wanted to say how honoured and privileged I am to have won this position, and I can't wait to meet you all and represent this club moving forward at the end of this year and in 2026. So really looking forward to starting this journey together, and can't wait to build something special.
And so that's his initial message to the Melbourne fans. And again, massive congratulations to Stephen King there. We're going to talk a little bit about what this means, not only for the Ds and for Stephen King, but also for the Cats, right after this word from our sponsor.
The Hoops Crew Media Network is proudly sponsored by Cyril Cook Florist. Visit them at shop 1211 Leather Street in Breakwater. Phone them on 035 222 2244 or visit their website at www.cyrilcookflorist.com.au and use the offer code GOCATS in the voucher field at checkout to get 20% off your next online purchase.
Thank you, Cyril Cook Florist, as always, for your ongoing support of the Hoops Crew and all we get up to. Now, let's dive into this a little bit further. And firstly, let's have a little bit of a chuckle at the image that the Melbourne Football Club have used here. And of course, the platform fails me right when I need it. We'll try that one again. But they've posted an image here of Stephen King as the newly appointed head coach at the Melbourne Football Club. We'll try it a second time. There we go. That's GMHBA Stadium in the background. So they've just given him a hat, gotten a photo. You can see the Simmons stuff in the background there. Very funny. But anyway, congratulations to Stephen King. I think it's a massive thing for him. But of course, what does this mean? Well, we are losing a very notable assistant coach. James Kelly was in this race. Nathan Buckley was in this race. Lots of really incredibly talented and accomplished individuals going for the head coach. Stephen King has earned it in this case, but he will now have to depart the Cats. The great thing that for us Cats fans we can celebrate is the fact that he's not going until the AFL 2025 campaign for the Cats comes to a close. Of course, last year, if you cast your mind back, he was a serious contender for the West Coast gig. And then things went a little bit awry in prelim final week. He had a medical episode, all amongst what was going on for his case that he was trying to pitch to be the senior coach at West Coast. He had this medical episode, missed out on that job. He then also was incapable of, and I think, or we put him in cotton wool, and he didn't get out there on the day during the prelim final to help coach the Cats that day. He's sticking with us to the very end of this season, which is fantastic news. He has been a massive contributor to the Cats, to the Cats in his time, both on field and off, and more recently, of course, off field. And he's going to be a really handy asset for us as we make a play for this 2025 premiership. But then, of course, we have to fill a void. And so it'll be really interesting to see where the Cats go with that over the course of the next few months. We've, of course, got an entire off-season, and there's always movement in this realm anyway. So it'll be really interesting to see if someone steps into his role, whether we hire externally at his level, or is there do we elevate someone else and then recruit that next tier down. It'll be really, really interesting to see how this one plays out. But most importantly, for now, as Cats fans, we can be excited about the fact that we still have Stephen King for hopefully 2 more games. Hopefully we don't blow ourselves a prelim and we're there for grand final day. We've got him for grand final day, and hopefully he can depart the Geelong Football Club as a 2-time premiership assistant coach. So we'll see what happens in that particular regard. But just to pick through some of the other details that have come out from this thing, courtesy of AFL.com.au, who've done all the reporting here. They've appointed him as the new senior coach. King takes over at the Demons following the sacking of premiership coach Simon Goodwin last month. The D's moved swiftly to make the appointment after the first round of serious interviews at the start of this week. He edges out fellow assistants James Kelly, Daniel Gianziracusa, Brendan Lade and Hayden Skipworth, having pulled out earlier this week, while former Collingwood coach Nathan Buckley was also in the process. Now, there's some rumours and speculation about Nathan Buckley, and maybe he was trying to stall a little bit longer and not be too committal at this particular point with Tasmania in the mix. Sounds like Melbourne did not want to wait that long. Maybe Stephen King was always the preferred choice anyway, but we'll see how that one works out in the future. It'll be really interesting to see what happens with Nathan Buckley going forward. But speaking about the role, Stephen King says, Melbourne has a rich history and I feel very humbled to be given this opportunity at one of the oldest professional sporting clubs in the world, King said. I began my AFL career in 1996 and have experienced it across the past 30 years. I'm excited to bring my experience to the club and see what we can achieve together from next season and beyond. I can't wait to meet the playing group, my fellow coaches, the staff, and the Demon faithful and start building towards 2026. Of course, this is going to be a really fascinating time for Stephen King now, because he is going to be casting his mind forward to what he needs to accomplish as a coach, a senior coach, the lead coach for Melbourne, while still managing his Geelong duties for the next couple of weeks and hopefully celebrating at the end of it. The thing that is stressed is, King will continue to serve the Cats as assistant coach for the rest of their finals campaign. And that's kind of where the story wraps up right now. So, Cats fans, I want to let you kind of take the lead from here. Who do you think will step into Stephen King's role now within the Cats going forward? Do we need to recruit from within? Do we need to go outside and bring someone in? Is there someone in particular you think would be a really valuable asset at the Geelong Football Club? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the Hoops Crew on YouTube, and share this video with your friends and family. We want to hear more of you in our chat, in our comment sections, sharing your thoughts and engaging in a deep conversation about not only the Geelong Football Club, but the broader game of AFL. If you enjoyed this video, check out all the other content that myself, the chaps, and Ben are producing, all here on the YouTube channel as well. And if you really love it, go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/thehoopscrew, where you can subscribe for $5 a month and get all of our early access, extended, and exclusive content there as well. There's also a 7-day free trial to see if it's for you. You'll find me on socials at Paul James Games. That's Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. The Hoops Crew you'll find at The Hoops Crew. And until next time, congratulations, Stephen King. I'm sure you'll be fantastic there, though I hope you don't get too many wins against the Cats. Remain Geelong strong, everyone. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you later.